What I find interesting is that there was an article that was published earlier this year in May, and it was by Forbes, Caroline Castellon, and she found that paid time off actually increases employees' ability to learn. Now, that's kind of contradictory because we live in a culture where we have to work, and no days off. And this kind of created this environment in corporate America where hard work is seen by not taking a break. But research has shown that this is contrary. This is not true. That actually, when employees take paid time off, they actually come back reset, recharged, and even better than what they were before taking that vacation and taking that time off. That's why I would like to present to the task force the paid time off policy. Now, this policy is all about centralizing how we request paid time off. So this would be developing a system where everyone in the organization would be able to see and visualize who is taking off, where the holes are in the organization during any period of time. This will go into detail about the policies around paid time off. So how much does each employee have for paid time off? What happens at the end of the year when their vacation runs out or they have additional time and hours that are available? How much do they accrue each year? All of the questions around paid time off would be detailed and outlined in this policy. Not having a policy in place really has cost our organization the opportunity to have millions of dollars. Last year, a member of the finance team requested time off with her manager. And she just simply emailed her and said, "Hey, I'm going on vacation this week. I'm going out of the country and I wanted to request off." Her manager simply responded with, "No problem. You can request the time off." Unfortunately, the manager forgot about the request for time off. And that week that she was gone, there was a $10 million opportunity where she, the employee, was supposed to request a bid. And all of that information for the bid was in her system. She had not transferred the knowledge to anyone else on the team. The manager didn't have time to ask her before because she forgot she was going on vacation. And it was a total disaster. We lost out on this opportunity to work with a Fortune 500 company because we did not have a centralized system in place. It's imperative, for us to have a paid time off policy. David Rock published an article with the J.P. Griffin Group and said paid days off of work with no break and weeks without any vacation led to workers who have trouble focusing. They're less motivated and they just can't produce. And so we know that we want our employees to produce. We want them to be focused and motivated on all fronts. And that's why it's imperative to be able to have a system in place that encourages our team members to take paid time off and take vacation days so they can come back and give everything they can to the organization so that we can grow to become the company that we want to do and want to be. So I think it is so imperative that we have this policy in place. And I know that there's already talk and rumors of employees saying, well, we're so used to just being able to message our managers and we don't want to have to go into a system. And what if I want to take off the next day? And now, there may be a lead time. You have to request it 2 weeks in advance. There's all this talk. But honestly, what we are doing with this paid time off policy will ensure that we have the structure to be able to encourage our employees to take the paid time off and make sure they're not missing out on days, but also protect us as an organization so that deals like on the finance team don't fall through and that everything is really in place when people take paid time off. Sean Archer said that 94% of vacation have good return on investment in energy and outlook. And this was published in 2016 in the Harvard Business Review. And I think that is so important. If we want a return on our investment, we need a pay time off policy. And that's why I'm presenting this policy to the task force today.